In today's fast-paced world, the desire for intimate, personalized living spaces has given rise to a captivating design movement: luxury romantic tiny homes. These enchanting dwellings represent the perfect marriage between space efficiency and aesthetic indulgence, proving that square footage limitations need not compromise your design aspirations. By thoughtfully blending shabby chic elements with rustic modern simplicity, homeowners are creating compact sanctuaries that feel both opulent and intimately cozy, spaces that nurture the soul while minimizing environmental impact.
Welcome to Rustic Elegance. Let's embark on a journey through the beauty of rustic decor, celebrating the warmth, simplicity, and natural charm of this timeless design.
Luxury romantic tiny homes, blending shabby chic color trends with rustic modern simplicity. The beauty of romantic tiny home design lies in its thoughtful integration of seemingly opposing elements: the delicate femininity of shabby chic paired with the grounded authenticity of rustic modernism. This harmonious contrast creates living environments with remarkable depth and character, despite their modest dimensions. Soft pastel hues dance alongside weathered wood textures, while vintage-inspired details complement clean, contemporary lines. The result is a distinctive aesthetic that feels both timelessly elegant and refreshingly current. As we explore these 5 approaches to creating luxury romantic tiny homes, you'll discover practical techniques for maximizing both beauty and functionality in compact spaces. Whether you're planning a complete tiny home build or simply wish to infuse your current small living space with romantic charm, these ideas will help you create an environment that feels expansive in its emotional impact while remaining modest in its physical footprint. From color palette selection to thoughtful furniture choices, These strategies demonstrate that luxury is more about thoughtful curation than expansive square footage. One. Romantic color palettes. Blush, ivory, and earthy tones for cozy elegance. Blush and ivory tones for romantic interiors. Soft blush pink, warm ivory, and dusty rose tones create the perfect foundation for your luxury tiny home design, adding feminine elegance that transforms ordinary spaces into romantic retreats. These gentle hues reflect calmness and romance while making small spaces feel more open, light, and emotionally warm. Professional interior designers frequently recommend this romantic color palette for tiny homes because these shades naturally recede visually, creating the perception of more spacious interiors while establishing a sophisticated, tranquil atmosphere. The strategic application of these colors on walls, ceiling, and larger furniture pieces creates a cohesive luxury tiny home environment that feels both intimate and expansive. Mixing romantic pastels with rustic materials. The secret to a balanced luxury tiny home design lies in thoughtfully blending vintage-inspired pastels with natural wood elements, linen textures, and whitewashed finishes that add depth and character. This harmonious combination prevents pastel-heavy spaces from feeling overly precious or juvenile, grounding them with rustic modern elements that add authentic charm and visual weight. Interior design experts recommend this timeless palette for romantic shabby chic tiny homes because it creates visual interest through textural contrast while maintaining a cohesive color story. By pairing soft romantic hues with more substantial rustic elements, you create tiny spaces that feel both delicate and grounded, the perfect foundation for luxury small space living. budget-friendly color updates for small spaces. Transforming your tiny home with romantic elements doesn't require a complete renovation. Affordable paint accents, shabby chic decorative pillows, and pastel tone throws can instantly refresh your space while maintaining budget consciousness. Small space designers recommend focusing on high-impact zones like accent walls, door frames, or furniture pieces that can be easily transformed with chalk paint or decorative techniques. These strategic color introductions allow you to incorporate current luxury tiny home color trends without overwhelming your space or your renovation budget. Remember that in compact spaces, even modest color additions create significant visual impact, making these affordable updates particularly effective for romantic tiny home transformations. Two, elegant furnishing in tiny spaces. Romantic meets functional. Vintage furniture with romantic flair. Elevate your compact living environment with elegant shabby chic furniture pieces like curved accent chairs, ornate vintage-inspired mirrors, and lace-trimmed occasional tables that introduce romantic luxury without overwhelming precious square footage. These carefully selected statement pieces create visual anchors in your tiny home, establishing the romantic shabby chic aesthetic while maintaining proper scale for small spaces. Professional tiny home designers recommend choosing furniture with visible legs rather than skirted pieces to maintain visual lightness, a crucial consideration in luxury small space design. By selecting romantic furniture with thoughtful proportions, you create a high-end tiny home environment that feels sophisticated rather than crowded, proving that luxury can exist beautifully within compact dimensions. Smart storage with rustic charm. Maximize both functionality and aesthetic appeal in your romantic tiny home by incorporating multifunctional storage solutions like vintage wooden chests, shabby painted cabinets with distressed finishes, and foldable rustic shelving units that complement your design vision. These dual-purpose pieces solve the crucial tiny home challenge of storage while contributing to the overall luxury romantic aesthetic through their carefully selected finishes and forms. Interior designers specializing in small spaces emphasize that visible storage elements should enhance rather than detract from your romantic tiny home design, functioning as decorative elements in their own right. This intentional approach to storage design ensures your luxury compact space remains both highly functional and visually cohesive. Thrifted finds and elegant DIY upcycles. Transform ordinary secondhand furniture into luxury statement pieces for your romantic tiny home using techniques like chalk paint application in soft pastel shades, rose-printed decoupage details, and the addition of ceramic or crystal knobs that add unexpected elegance. These creative transformations allow you to achieve high-end romantic design elements without the corresponding price tags, making luxury tiny home living more accessible. Small space design experts recommend focusing on pieces with good bones but dated finishes. These items offer the greatest potential for dramatic transformations while maintaining structural integrity. Through these thoughtful upcycling projects, you create a unique romantic tiny home filled with one-of-a-kind pieces that tell stories while supporting both budget consciousness and environmental sustainability. Three. Soft lighting and romantic atmosphere for intimate spaces. Create romantic glow with elegant lighting. Transform your luxury tiny home atmosphere through thoughtfully selected lighting fixtures like vintage-style wall sconces, rose gold metallic table lamps, and candlelight-inspired LED fixtures that create a soft, flattering glow. These carefully chosen light sources enhance the romantic shabby chic aesthetic, while providing essential illumination scaled appropriately for compact spaces. Professional lighting designers emphasize that small spaces benefit particularly from warm-toned bulbs that create a cozy, intimate atmosphere that enhances romantic tiny home design. By prioritizing fixture styles and light quality that complement your overall design vision, you create an ambient environment that feels luxurious despite its modest dimensions. Layering lights for cozy tiny homes. Create depth and dimension in your romantic tiny home by thoughtfully combining ambient ceiling fixtures, focused task lighting for functional areas, and decorative accent lights like twinkle strands that add magic to everyday spaces. This strategic layering approach allows your compact space to transform throughout the day, adapting to different activities while maintaining consistent romantic appeal. Small space designers recommend installing dimmer switches wherever possible in luxury tiny homes, providing ultimate control over lighting intensity to match different moods and occasions. This comprehensive lighting approach ensures your romantic compact dwelling feels expansive and versatile despite its limited square footage, with each lighting layer contributing to both functionality and ambience. Affordable lighting hacks with romantic impact. Enhance your tiny home's romantic atmosphere without extensive electrical work by incorporating battery-powered vintage-inspired lanterns, delicate fairy light strands draped over headboards or shelving, and creatively repurposed glass vessels transformed into distinctive luminaries. These innovative lighting solutions overcome the common challenges of limited outlets and fixed lighting in many tiny homes and small apartments. Interior design professionals note that in compact spaces, these decorative light sources create a luxury atmosphere with minimal investment, making them perfect for romantic shabby chic tiny home designs. By thinking beyond traditional hardwired fixtures, you can create a magical, light-filled environment that enhances your space's romantic character while working within practical constraints. Four, natural materials and rustic accents for a modern cottage feel. Wood and linen, a romantic rustic combo. Create an authentic foundation for your luxury romantic tiny home by incorporating exposed wooden architectural elements, natural linen window treatments in soft neutral tones, and handcrafted natural fiber floor coverings that ground your design with organic warmth. This thoughtful material palette evokes the serene aesthetic of modern cottage design, while providing the perfect backdrop for shabby chic accents and romantic details. Small space specialists recommend selecting lighter wood tones for tiny homes, as they maintain the airy quality essential for compact living while still providing rustic character. These natural elements establish a connection to traditional craftsmanship and timeless materials that elevate your tiny space beyond trends into truly luxurious territory. Layering rustic elements with feminine details. Achieve perfect balance in your romantic tiny home by juxtaposing raw, textural elements like stone planters, aged metal architectural hooks, or reclaimed wood panels with delicate feminine touches like floral-patterned fabrics, handcrafted lace accessories, and vintage crochet accents that soften the overall effect. This deliberate contrast creates visual tension that adds sophistication to compact spaces, while preventing the design from feeling either too rugged or overly precious. Professional designers emphasize that this balanced approach creates tiny spaces with emotional depth and visual interest despite limited square footage. By thoughtfully combining these seemingly opposite design elements, you create a nuanced luxury environment that feels collected over time rather than decorated in a single session. Affordable rustic decor for romantic vibes. Incorporate budget-friendly rustic elements into your tiny home design through creative approaches like repurposed wooden crate shelving, DIY macrame or woven wall hangings that add textural interest, and natural jute plant holders that introduce organic elements without significant investment. These accessible design additions contribute to the romantic rustic aesthetic, while allowing for personalization that makes your tiny space uniquely yours. Small space designers recommend focusing on natural materials with interesting textures, as they add luxury appeal without requiring large dimensions or significant financial outlay. Through these thoughtful, affordable additions, you create a luxury romantic tiny home that feels both authentic and accessible, proving that high-end design can exist beautifully within modest budgets. Five, bedroom nooks with romantic simplicity in small layouts. Designing a romantic tiny bedroom space. Transform even the most compact sleeping quarters into an enchanting retreat by incorporating soft-hued bedding and luxurious textures, space-defining fabric panels that create the feeling of a curtained sleeping nook, and carefully selected vintage-inspired wall decorations that add character without cluttering. These thoughtful elements establish your tiny bedroom as a romantic sanctuary despite spatial limitations, proving that luxury lies in details rather than dimensions. Professional tiny home designers emphasize selecting appropriately scaled furniture pieces that allow for comfortable circulation while maintaining the intimate feeling essential to romantic bedroom design. By treating your compact bedroom as a deliberate retreat rather than a compromised space, you create a luxury sleeping environment that feels intentional and emotionally nurturing. Space-saving romance, foldable and built-in solutions. Maximize both functionality and romantic appeal in your tiny bedroom through innovative solutions like custom built-in headboards with integrated storage, sophisticated underbed drawer systems concealed by flowing bed skirts, and wall-mounted bedside surfaces that eliminate the need for conventional nightstands. These space-efficient approaches address practical storage needs while maintaining the uncluttered aesthetic essential for romantic tiny home design. Small space specialists recommend these built-in solutions for luxury tiny bedrooms as they create a more architectural, intentional feeling than freestanding furniture alternatives. Through these thoughtful space-saving implementations, your romantic bedroom maintains both dreamy atmosphere and practical functionality without feeling cramped or compromised. Romantic touches with big impact. Elevate your tiny bedroom's luxury factor through carefully selected details like vintage-inspired lace pillowcases, gallery wall arrangements featuring romantic art in antique frames, and heritage-patterned blankets or quilts that add both visual interest and tactile comfort to your compact sleeping space. These targeted additions create significant emotional impact while requiring minimal spatial commitment, making them perfect for luxury romantic tiny home design. Interior design professionals note that in small bedrooms, these thoughtfully curated details often create more luxury impact than larger interventions, as they're experienced at intimate proximity. By focusing on these high-return romantic elements, you transform your tiny bedroom into a magazine-worthy retreat that feels both deeply personal and undeniably luxurious. Conclusion. The art of creating luxury romantic tiny homes lies not in grand gestures but in thoughtful curation, selecting each element with intention, and ensuring every inch of space serves both functional and aesthetic purposes. As we've explored, the successful blending of shabby chic elements with rustic modern influences creates living environments that feel sophisticated, emotionally nurturing, and timelessly appealing despite their modest dimensions. These spaces prove that luxury is more accurately measured in life quality than in square footage, offering their inhabitants beauty, comfort, and personal expression within sustainable footprints. As you implement these ideas in your own small space, remember that authentic luxury emerges from alignment with personal values rather than adherence to trends or conventional notions of opulence. Your romantic tiny home should reflect your unique story and priorities, incorporating elements that genuinely resonate with your aesthetic sensibilities and lifestyle needs. Through this mindful approach to small space design, you create not just a beautiful dwelling but a truly luxurious life, one defined by intention, personal meaning, and the freedom that comes from choosing quality over quantity in both your surroundings and your daily experiences.